KD said he the one.
SGA scored a career-high 55 points in the Thunder's double overtime win over the Pacers, and he was not the only one who showed out last night. Steph Curry put up 42 to help the Warriors take down the Nuggets in OT. Both teams are now 2-0. Stephen A., I come to you. Have the Warriors or Thunder had the more impressive start to the season?
Well, let me say this to you. The reigning defending champions are led by the reigning league MVP, which is Shea Butter. Shea Alexander. The brother is something spectacular, and he's letting you know it was not a fluke. What you see is what you get. But I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Keep your eyes on the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter God has ever created, went out there last night, 35 in the second half, 22 in the last 6 minutes. This brother is just on another level. And remember I said this, RC and Cam, because I know y'all basketball. The pickup of Al Horford, old man Horford. Do not underestimate that. It's three things that he does. He will defend. He obviously spells for Draymond Green having to be on bigger dudes, which is just going to make Draymond even better.
He can stretch the floor too.
And he can stretch the floor because he can hit open threes. If you got a big that hits open threes for Golden State, with Steph Curry out there,
watch out.
Lord have mercy.
Look.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, here's my question for you, though. Who played the tougher teams, right? Because Houston, we're expecting Houston to be one of those teams that's down in the stretch.
That's true.
Within the Western Conference. Indiana's coming off of a championship appearance, and they showed even in Game 7 without Halliburton that they're a difficult team. The Nuggets and the Lakers without LeBron.
That's
who has
fair.
the more?
That's fair. But here's what I would say to you. That doesn't apply to shooters.
Okay.
Remember I said that. When you can shoot the basket, when you can pull up from 30, it don't matter who it is.
Okay.
It don't matter who it is. Now, if you drop stepping, dunking on people, you get to the hole, there's no resistance in the lane and stuff. That's different. But when you burying threes, that don't matter. The competition don't matter then.
Stephen A., I think this is an encore for SGA, though. I still think people are trying to figure out, okay, is he that dude? And we watched him. We thought he could have won it 2 years ago. You won MVP, Finals MVP, the whole thing last year.
I don't think that's the case.
This year.
I think they know. I think everybody knows. I think they won around everybody else. Ain't nobody won around Shea Butter. Shea Butter's that dude. And nobody questioning that no more. Nobody.
There comes a moment in time in every athlete's career or their journey where the light clicks or the light just switches on. SGA had that moment, and what we're seeing out of him now, it's happening.
Yes.
Right? And the awakening of, I know I'm good. Now it's time to dominate and cement or start to structure my legacy now.
Let me say this to you. There's two things in life, in basketball rather, that would be unfair. Wembanyama and what you saw the other night, that's unfair. 7'5", handle and shoot like that. That's one thing. The other would be if Shea Gilgeous-Alexander gets a bona fide permanent three-point shot. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair. He's unguardable now. Imagine if that happened.
Look, Shea Butter with 55. I mean, look,
so what else
SGA,
you need?
what else do you need? He is already there.
Shea Butter keep them elbows, too, from being ashy.
You know what? Anyway, let's...
Coach. Chuck Daly is the better. Chuck Daly.
Wait. Chuck Daly. Daddy Rich, as my man John Sally would say. Let me say, I'm not taking anything away from any of these great coaches.
That's top 5, though.
Time out. Wait a minute. I'm not taking anything away from any of these great coaches. What I'm saying to you is, tell me something they've done that Steve Kerr hasn't done. What has Steve Kerr not done? Steve Kerr's got 4 chips. The man has been 7 8 finals and 5 finals.
One with 2 different teams.
Excuse me.
Excuse
me. Phil Jackson had Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman. He had Kobe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When you talk about what they had, okay. Listen. You had Phil Jackson with who he had. Okay. Pat Riley. He had Showtime. Okay. And then he won the 1 title with D Wade and Shaq and those boys, okay?
He did a great job.
He did a great job. No, a phenomenal job.
We're talking championship.
Okay, we talk about, all right, you brought up Chuck Daly. He had back-to-back titles. You understand what I'm saying? But Jordan made him miserable a few times along the way. But you had Isaiah and Dumas and Lambert and all of these boys. I'm just saying to you.
Nobody's wrong.
Listen.
How about Dr. Jack Ramsey? Where are you going to put him in the mix?
I'm not putting him top 5.
Oh, yes, you are.
Excuse me.
All the people that Dr. Jack Ramsey influenced in the
Excuse me.
influence is different than
Hold on, we're not. stop. Don't change it.
Part of it.
Don't change it into a conversation where we're trying to disrespect anybody. We're not doing that. I'm just saying, we talk about top 5. Dr. Jack Ramsey was up, won the title down 2-0 to Philadelphia, came back with Bill Walton and the crew and beat him, but that was the lone title. You understand? Come on now.
Be careful.
Come on now.
It's okay.
So we're only basing this on the championships. That's what it is.
I'm just saying, Steve Kerr is in the discussion as a top 5 coach in the history of basketball.
The best of us, doggy.
In the history of basketball. You got to take that out, baby.
You got
to take that out.
All right.
Anyway, got to move on to the NFL.
Yo. Why, in fact, they're supposed to be so much better this year when 8-8, the kid they bring in from Portland and Phoenix is their big addition in the off year. Plus, you got no LeBron, so it's going to take a little while to get going. I expect Luka, as you said, everybody was yelling about him last year, A to trade, out of shape, not into it. He'll have a big year, and I think him and Reeves will be okay. They'll score. But as far as them winning in this conference, there's just too many good teams. So, 3%, that sounds about right with Houston and Oklahoma City, and obviously Golden State's going to be good. Butler's there the whole year. They're into it. 5th ring. Obviously, you got Green still sitting there. That team's going to be very good, the Warriors. And they have a chance to have a hell of a year. But the Lakers are the 5th, 6th best team in the Western Conference, and that's not going to do them a lot of good come postseason time because they're going to not get a first round. They're going to be no home court first round. They're going to have trouble getting out of the first round to make a long story.
I'm going to say, well, we know that. We know that that's definitely going to be the case because you've got OKC and Houston. Once Kyrie and Anthony Davis come back, you've got Dallas, you've got Minnesota, you've got Denver who reloaded, and now they've got some depth. So there's about 5 teams that you think about before you even think about the Lakers. Let's get that out of the way first. Having said all of that, I will say this. I believe in J.J. Redick as a coach. I think that J.J. Redick is going to be a star coach in this league for a long time to come. I really believe in him, and I really believe in his ability to make adjustments and to make them better. I think they'll get better. I don't think last night is an indication. Certain teams are your kryptonite, y'all. And I think that when you look at Golden State's ability to shoot perimeter shots, everybody can't shoot like that. Everybody can't shoot like that. And I think that's what you got to remember. Most teams are not going to cause the problems for the Lakers that a Golden State Warriors team will cause. That's how I'm looking at that. I also want to say this. Okay. LeBron with the scatter and all of that. Listen, we all know that this is the most well-conditioned athlete, one of in the history of the NBA. He takes care of himself. I'm not saying the injury isn't serious. I'm saying that I have every confidence that he'll be able to come back and do the kind of things that we know he's capable of doing, giving you his 25 a night. That offsets some of the defensive woes because of what he's going to bring you offensively as well. DeAndre Ayton seemed clueless out there. It's going to take him a while to get going because it always takes him a while to get going. And then even then he fades and, boy, he comes back. He's like a roller coaster. We get all of that. In the end, I think we look at the Lakers. I think the one positive to peel out is that Luka was out there showing he's ready.
Doing his thing.
He's ready doing his thing.
He's elite.
So for him to come out there, and we all know what a stud Jimmy Butler is or what have you, and to see Luka just going at him or anybody else, you got to love that. Here's what I love about the Warriors. My only question about them is they're being undersized. That's it. When I looked at Houston, which we'll get into later, and I look at them starting 4 guys 6'11", when I look at OKC with their size, when I think about Dallas and their size, and you think about playoff basketball, you know that could potentially spell trouble. But I like what I'm seeing from the Warriors. And I'm going to say this. As crazy as the man is old and everything like that. Man, I think Al Horford is a tremendous addition for Golden State. And here's why. He's smart. He's champion. He's a champion. He defends, okay? And you can't leave him open. He'll make open shots. He'll make spot-up open shots. And that's going to help take some of the pressure off of Draymond Green, who's just a future Hall of Famer. I mean, the brother's just a brilliant basketball player, brilliant basketball mind. So when you look at Golden State and Kuminga, and their mission is to make sure that everybody is, your stars are getting 34 minutes or less. That's their mission, quietly, that nobody's getting more than 34 minutes. If they pull this off, that means other cats will have stepped up, and you'll have more confidence in them come playoff time if you're Steve Kerr. And that is what I think is going to bode well for the Golden State Warriors. I think the Lakers simply lost to a better team last night.
Let's get it started right now. If you're a Dub Nation fan, this one's for you. Today, we're diving deep into a moment that signals exactly where the Golden State Warriors stand right now and where they're heading. Now more than ever, this team is showing that change isn't a sign of weakness. Change is a spark. Here's the context. Tensions, transitions, evolution. The Warriors' veteran core, Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, and formerly Klay Thompson, shipped a powerful message. Green recently revealed he had no desire to persuade Klay Thompson to stay in Golden State after 13 seasons together. In his words, Klay needed that move, and as his brother, Green supported him. On the surface, you might think, wait, the dynasty is ending? The core is breaking up? But let me tell you, that's precisely the beginning of something new, something alive, and something hungry. The why behind the move. Draymond Green said it plainly. No part of me wanted to try to talk him into staying because I knew he needed that so much for him. The wrong thing would have been to try to talk him into staying. Basketball forever. Thompson signed with Dallas, ending one of the greatest backcourts of all time. But what most people miss is why this might actually strengthen the Warriors. Think about it. The trio of Curry, Thompson, Green won 4 NBA titles. They dominated together. But sometimes greatness hits a plateau. When you've been at the top, maintaining it gets harder than getting there. Green sensed that for Klay and sensed that for the team. By allowing Thompson to leave, by embracing that change, the Warriors created breathing room. They freed up cap, they freed the narrative, and they freed themselves from the same script that can trap even the greatest teams. What it means for the Warriors now. This season marks a new chapter. The vets is still here, Curry, Green, still playing with hunger. But the roster is evolving, the youth are rising, the identity is shifting. And yes, the era of the Splash Brothers is changing, but the energy of the Warriors remains intact, maybe even stronger. In their opener this season, the Warriors clobbered the Lakers 119-109. Green contributed 8 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds in that win. The message, we're still built to compete. Meanwhile, Thompson's new journey in Dallas is another story, while the Warriors are focusing on what's next. Green's quote sums it up. We got Steph, Jimmy, myself. When I take a step back and look at it, I'm like, man, who can't we match up with? He sees possibility. And when Draymond Green speaks like that, you listen. The opportunity in transition. Transitions don't have to signal decline. Many times they signal rebirth. When veterans remain, but the surrounding pieces evolve, you get a hybrid of experience and fresh fire. That's the model the Warriors appear to be embracing. No longer just about the splash era, this team is about resilience, adaptation, and legacy. Curry isn't content just being great. He wants another chapter. Green isn't fading. He's still elite defensively, still vocal, still the engine. And the Warriors' system, defined by movement, pace, spatial awareness, remains one of the most difficult to defend. The message, the past was remarkable. The present could be spectacular. Why you should be excited. The Warriors are not wallowing in nostalgia. They're not desperately clinging to the old blueprint. They're evolving. Green's honesty about the departure of Thompson isn't bitterness, it's clarity. He recognized a necessary shift for both Klay and the team. That clear vision matters. Curry remains the heartbeat of this franchise, and when he's healthy, hungry, sharp, the Warriors are dangerous. The cap space, roster flexibility, youth emergence, all of these give Golden State the tools to surprise again. And most importantly, the mindset is intact. That competitive fire, that culture of winning, that's evergreen. So here's the takeaway for all you Dub Nation Warriors watching. Change happened, but it wasn't defeat. It wasn't chaos. It was strategy. It was renewal. And right in the heart of that renewal is a team ready to surprise, ready to challenge, ready to write a new chapter in Bay Area basketball. The departure of Klay Thompson wasn't the end. It was an opportunity for Golden State to reinvent, re-engage, reignite. And from where I'm standing, this Warriors squad is more dangerous now than a lot of people give them credit for. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe the Warriors' decision to let Thompson go and embrace this new era can fuel another championship run? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would love your predictions for this season. Where does this team finish in the West? What's the biggest strength? What's the Achilles heel? If you're feeling this vibe, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to Warriors Nation News, and stay locked in all season long because Golden State is rewriting their story, and we're going to witness every chapter together.